to hire makeup artists, choreographers. You're gonna need to build your money up. The money comes later. Like for instance, I know of this sports club. They throw cabarets all year long. At the end of the year, the members that's invested in getting it started, they split the money up. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta keep building and find ways to make more. TV appearances for a commercial. For instance, hey, if you need us to show up for a commercial, we'll do it for 300. Let's add to the kitty.
Yep.
We said, y'all show up, boom, boom. You need gas, he use some gas money, he use some gas money, let's show up, let's do this, and boom. But now the money comes at the end of the year when we accumulate this $300,000-$400,000 from doing these shows and stuff. That's, how you make money. But you gotta have people dedicated, and you can't have people that need the money. If you need the money, like for instance, like crackhead, you ain't that mentality, you need to get it because you need it right now. That
ain't gonna work.
Business is totally different. And I learned that the hard way. One, you gotta leave feelings out of business. Can't have feelings. When my relationship with the pimp was a great example of that. Relationship with any club owner in town was a great example of that. Leave your emotions out of it. All right. Second, you have to understand you're not the only one doing what you're doing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got some folks that will undercut you, and you the undercutter. You undercut to get here. Somebody's finna undercut you to do. So you're not the only one doing it.
Right.
All right. It doesn't matter who first did it, because you're not gonna be the first. You better be the first in your area, but not the first that done it.
Right.
So don't worry about bragging. Leave bragging out of it. All right. Fourth, like my mom said, keep your pride in your pants.
Right.
Don't let that little head do the thinking for you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Because one, you have to have some kind of confidence to be the center of attention, to people gonna see you. Everybody in the building is gonna see you, especially in weddings. Everybody in the building saw you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And you do have to have some kind of confidence about you. So you can't be shy, or you can't have low self-esteem about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna be seen, and no matter what you're wearing, people are gonna talk about it. You can wear a $3,000 outfit, folks still gonna talk about you. But you have to have that temperament to stop being in your feelings. You see what I'm saying? If you ain't in your feelings, you're gonna be all right. Because you can't be, especially in business, especially doing what you're doing. You can have a documentary. How many folks gonna see this? You can have folks that you never met that's gonna see this. It's like the camera. Hey, the camera will take you places you never thought that you would go. Look where you've been so far. Look what have you done with your camera in a short period of time. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. You think you're doing something now, man? Come back 2 years from now and talk to me about what you've done with this. You know what I mean? You just saw a snippet. I didn't, like, for instance, my brother, he went all along the East Coast, from Florida all the way to Maine. All that in photography. He had a photo booth following the carnivals. From, South Florida, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, all the way to Maine on the East Board.
Wow.
Taking photos. I went with him the next year. Ended up taking photos at a go-go 16th birthday party. And I didn't say go-go. It was a 16th birthday party where she had 3 or 4 go-go bands performing that night. And I'm from Mississippi. Have you heard go-go?
I heard of go-go.
You heard of it?
Right.
I heard of it. The only one song came out was E40, EU40 or E40 or whatever his name was. He did it. Popular. Next day was gone. But it never gained traction the way you had this go-go artist and another go-go artist and another go-go artist. So I wasn't familiar with it coming, it didn't, when it filtered down here, E40 was the only one that filtered all the way down here.
Right.
So when I got up there, they were telling me, hey, you got go. I was like, nah, but I go get it, and boom. Man, my experience in DC is another story by itself. But the Thursday nights, right? Uh, I was trying to emulate. I'm a photographer. I was trying to emulate you. I'm looking at the things that you were doing. I'm like, maybe I can do it, and I tried it.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong night, wrong place.
Right.
Had it been Ocean Spring, it probably would have jumped off. I had me a steady, steady night, you know. But Thursday night in Malls Point, there's only 150 to 200 people that I can probably estimate on Thursday nights at the social. When I used to take photos in there, they may have 300 on a good night.
Mm-hmm.
Weekend night, 500 people come through there. But this particular time, on the regular, it's like 150 to 200 people, about 200 on a regular Thursday night, right? So you're competing for those 200 people. And it wasn't enough people on the Thursday. On Friday and Saturday, they don't need your help because people are going to go out anyway.
Yeah.
But that Thursday, I found out quick, demographic is another thing you want to include in any business decision. What's your demographic? Who's going to buy this? If you're the only black person in an area and you know how to make grits the right way, you know what I'm saying? You will make good money because nobody knows how to make grits like you do because people are different.
Right.
Now, now coming to a place where everybody doing the same thing, it'll be hard to impress someone with your grits if everybody making grits.
Right.
And that's the case here. Too many people, ain't enough people to go around, for you to be an entrepreneur here. You have to have, everybody got a wing place. At one time, man, you can buy chicken wings on just about any corner in Malls Point, especially on Main Street, because everybody cook wings, right? So when I found out in Houston, you have a whole lot more people, 3 million people, that you can find your tribe, you can find what will work. 3 million people? You saw it in Dallas. The more people you have, the more.
You only need a small percentage of that 3 million people.
If you get 10%, 3 million, that's 300,000. You feel me? What can you? I ain't got 300,000 shirts to sell nobody. You feel me? But just think, if I had 300,000 customers a year, oh, man, that's why folks in Houston, making money, bro. It's easy to make money.
And you can make money here, but going back to what you said is at that time, especially, it was so many people doing or trying to do the same thing, and then you already had people that was established.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're competing with the established people to the few people that is rocking with you,
mm-hmm.
and they're telling their people about it. They're like, I just when they do something else, we'll check them out. But when you setting dates and stuff like that, you got to sit back and look at, okay, who was doing what on this night, this week.
Yeah, because they had a female group, about 20 of them. All of them bad too. Man, and I forgot, my classmate daughter was in one of them. She was one of the girls in the group. Mm-hmm. And all the girls in this group was bad. I mean sexy to the bone. They were throwing party and they were gaining traction. They will sell out. If these girls had a party, they sold out. I took photos at one of them, at the Elks. Oh my goodness, man. If I had the kind of money these ball players had, oh my goodness.
You had them, and when I say established people, I just really thought about, you also had the motorcycle gangs too.
Motorcycle clubs.
Clubs, yeah, not gangs. Clubs. Motorcycle clubs and they had their own following. You know,
Mm-hmm. Hey, let me call you right back. Oh yeah, the biker club. Mobile.
Mobile.
Mobile had the largest one I seen. They had a
Mobile.
cabaret over at the Midway Lounge one night, and man, I know it had to be at least 8 bicycle clubs in one place. They all had their own leather and colors and stuff. Man.
Yeah.
And
So yeah, you trying to you gotta. It's a whole lot that you gotta look into
mm-hmm.
before you say,